The WNBA's got a white girl problem.
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you did.
And it's not going away. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. The Wall Street Journal, which is supposed to be a conservative newspaper, they've been talked into this probably by Nike and whoever else is pushing all the black girl worship stuff that, hey, let's do a big story on the WNBA's big, bold year, and let's don't picture Caitlin Clark, and let's write as little about Caitlin Clark in this article as possible. Let's try to pretend like it was something other than Caitlin Clark. And it's Angel Reese showing up in a G-string at all these parties. That's what's made the WNBA popular. It's Asia Wilson knocking down all these 10-foot face-up jumpers. That's what's made the WNBA popular. It's a joke. They got a white girl problem, and it's getting worse. You don't like watching the games, but you love talking about all the drama and the machinations behind the scenes and all the, how can we cater to Angel Reese and Asia Wilson? But I'm telling you, WNBA, Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, everybody just, oh my God, why did this white girl hit this shot? What? Oh, this is terrible. We couldn't have checked some black girl in to knock down this shot. They're embarrassed by what's good. They have a white girl problem. The white players are playing too well in their league, and it's bothering them.
You know, when I try to buy my supplies for the office, I go to my local CVS or my Rite Aid. I can't find whiteout anymore, seriously. It turns out the whiteout is now in the media when it comes to the WNBA. And Jason, this would be akin to, let's say, doing a history, an oral history, or writing a book on Apple and not mentioning Steve Jobs, or doing the real history of Nike and not mentioning Steve Prefontaine or certainly Michael Jordan. I don't get it. The issue is, unless you go out there and capitulate like Paige Beckers or whatever her name was with that award, basically she gave the, hey, I want to be invited to the cookout speech and I'll bring the potato salad, professing fealty to these women, you're not going to get respect. But again, this is why people say we don't hate the mainstream media enough. You think you do, but you don't.
No, we don't. Here's the other problem is the black girl. Let's take the cover girls for the Wall Street Journal. Last week, it resurfaced again. Asia Wilson telling Kelsey Plum about, white privilege and blah, blah, blah. And, Asia Wilson, again, we've talked about on this show, some of her friends. Asia Wilson's pretty unlikable and pretty mean-spirited, despite all the dressing up. Her BFF is some dude that pretends to be a woman named Dolores that harasses people online, and they want to do all this. Well, I face death threats, and everybody's out to get me. And turns out it's Asia Wilson's BFF doing a lot of it. We got unlikable. Angel Reese, really unlikable. I mean, just really unlikable. And trust me, it's hard for most men to dislike a woman who puts her butt on display everywhere she goes, and she's got a pretty big one and a good one. But she's unlikable. And we got another example. I think of her on her own podcast complaining about how she can't afford an $8,000 a month rent payment. It's the epitome of first world problems. It's the epitome of first world stupidity. If debt has been holding you back, this is your moment. Give your finances a fresh start. Contact PDS Debt for a personalized debt solution. If you're making payments every month and your balances aren't going down, they have solutions for you. Bad or fair credit? No problem. PDS can help you save more and pay off your debt in a fraction of the time. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/fearless. It's the epitome of just Angel Reese not being well thought out. I want to play this clip of Angel Reese talking about how the WNBA can't pay her bills.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it
Is it
covers
like-
that.
is
It definitely
it-
covers that.
What is my? I don't even know my salary. 74. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even. Yo, I'm living beyond my means. It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means, like y'all think.
Unlikable. I'm just sorry. She's just out of college. She's 22, 23. She can barely hit layups. She's getting paid $74,000 for the WNBA. She's got, I'm sure, endorsement deals into the seven figures. So that's why she's laughing about this. I'm like, she's bragging how much money she makes, and she doesn't need her WNBA salary. And I live in an $8,000 a month apartment, blah, blah, blah. She's 22, 23 years old. And again, these are the same WNBA women and same black women that want to be pro-social justice, and they're looking out for black people and blah, blah. She's mocking working class people. I got out of college, Steve, at 23, and I made $5 an hour at the Bloomington Herald-Times. And it was part-time work. I didn't get 40 hours a week. Most people don't come out of college and make $74,000 a year, but that's how spoiled and entitled. And so these players they're trying to build around, they're unlikable, Steve.
You know, it's times like this where I think to myself, where have you gone, Kevin Samuels? You are really, but thankfully you're there to fill the Nikes there. First of all, all right, let's unpack all of this. The LSU math department, I really hope she wasn't a math major. Look, I'm an Asian. I'm not even good at math. I knew 12 times 8 is 96,000. Now, if that doesn't cover any of your bills, a couple points here. The average American salary I've read is anywhere between 45 to 50,000. The WNBA season is not 12 months. In fact, it's not even half a year. The sense of entitlement that somehow that you're underpaid in a league that has never turned a profit and is subsidized by men. Yeah, men it's just mind-boggling to me. And the other thing is, you're right. She really comes off. If I am these other players in the WNBA that do not have her profile, I think to myself, if you have any self-awareness, Caitlin Clark is not my problem. She's not my enemy. She is. And by the way she's been dressing and showing up, all right, if you need help paying rent, is a Angel Reese OnlyFans coming up next?